Today we're covering how you can make money staining decks, how much money you can make, how to get started, how to get your first few sales, what equipment you need, the full breakdown of what you need to start a deck staining side hustle, which can quickly become your main hustle as it is becoming mine. Who am I and why should you listen to me? Real quick, I'm 18, I have a home service business, did 7 grand last month, hoping to scale that to 10 real soon. So things are scaling and I'm sharing what I'm learning to those who want to do the same, not have a boss, and achieve financial freedom. All right, let's get right into it. What is deck staining? How much can you make? Yeah, straightforward. Deck staining is applying a colored paint to a deck so that it revitalizes the wood, it protects it from the elements from the winter, and it just makes it look really good. So as you can see, this wood over here, this was before, it's actually graying, it's dying in a way. The wood is actually like decaying, and then after the stain you can see the wood looks really healthy. It's got this nice cedar look to it, and this was my first deck staining. Okay, and average pricing is $4 to $6 per square foot. So like for one tiny little corner here, it would be like $6 to put some paint on it. You can imagine how many feet that is. So this is easily like a $2,000 deck. So the steps to making $1,000 to $2,000 in 1 to 2 day projects, which is about the length you're going to be working to finish a deck. First, you want to confirm you can get sales. Make sure you're confident in your marketing. Make sure that there's a demand for it in your area, because it would be really stupid to go buy deck staining equipment before you know that it's profitable in your area. The next step is to learn how to do it. You might be wondering why this isn't first. It's because if you can't get sales, there's no reason learning how to stain a deck. Go rent or buy the equipment. Use the money from your first job to cover all the equipment expenses. And last step, my favorite, make some cash money. So I'm actually going to take you out of the presentation for once, and we're going to be going over in depth how to get sales. So this is the very Facebook ad that I ran to get that job that you saw on the other slide. Okay, take a look at it, screenshot it, do what you want, but the point is it's a really good offer. Full deck pressure washing plus free staining. Now I didn't actually give a free staining, I just made the pressure washing really expensive. So do with that what you will, but this ad worked really well and I got a bunch of people inquiring. All right, so I definitely recommend Facebook ads and posting on Facebook just in local community groups to get your sales. Those two methods have worked really well for me, so stick to those. So how do you do it? Watch some YouTube tutorials. Before I ever stained a deck, I got my first job, arrived at the first job, and started working and had YouTube open at the job. Luckily, the person wasn't watching me because they were confident. I appeared professional. Fake it till you make it, right? So I learned on the job and I got paid very well for it. There's other tutorials of how to actually do it. This tutorial is about making money with it, so I'm just going to stick to the technical side of things. First, you pressure wash it. Then you sand it, right, with sandpaper. Then you apply the first coat of stain. Then you apply the second. Pretty simple. This should take you 1 to 2, maximum 3 trips, right? You can do the pressure washing, let it dry, sand it, go home, sleep, eat, whatever, come back the next day, put on the first coat, come back in the afternoon, second coat. Just make it work so that you're, at the job all day, so you're not commuting back and forth. The next step is to rent or buy the equipment. So I owned the paint gun and the pressure washer before I did this job because I already got sales before I bought the equipment, so I knew it was going to be profitable. The only thing I didn't have was this orbital sander, which I needed to sand the deck, so I borrowed one. Okay, I actually posted on Facebook and asked to borrow one because I didn't want to buy it on credit if I didn't have to. So the methods of acquiring the equipment are to post on Facebook like I did. You can beg people to borrow their stuff for a day, see if you like the business before you go buy the equipment. You can buy it secondhand on Facebook, which is what I did for the pressure washer and the stain gun. You can rent the equipment from your local department store, but they're going to charge you a fuck ton of money. I don't recommend it. Just buy your own secondhand. And you can also buy them on credit and just use the money you make from the job to pay off the equipment, right? Break down the profits and expenses. So it was $40 gas to get, around the job there and back, all the trips. $267 was spent on stain and brushes. If I bought the stain in bulk, I probably could have saved a lot more, but I didn't for whatever reason. $50 for sandpaper and wrap for the house to protect the property. was $354 total expenses, $900 in revenue. This is how much the client paid me. This is how much I took home. However, this was my first deck stain, so I severely lowballed. Okay, I could have charged $2,000 for this deck. I gave them a price of $900. They said yes instantly, because they knew how good a deal it was. But it was my first deck stain. I wanted to get some confidence. All right, scaling. So those Facebook ads I showed you work really well. So just turn them on and off when you need leads. The best way to scale this kind of business, since it's high ticket, it's a lot of money. You don't need a lot of jobs to make a lot of money. You just need consistent jobs, right? You don't scale deck staining by getting 100 deck stains in a month, because you're not able to do that. You can't fulfill that many orders. So what do? You hire someone. That's how you're going to look to scale this eventually. Get your first couple jobs, hire someone to help you, have them get the groove of things, and then let them go on their own. That's what I'm in the process of. And you can also charge more to scale to make more money. So build yourself a portfolio. If you've only stained one deck, it's better if you've stained more. So this is another one I did. Put the brown paints on, black railings. Think it looks pretty good. So if you want to charge more, build yourself a portfolio, get yourself some reviews and testimonials, and people will be more willing to pay your price tag. All right. So thank you very much for watching. That was how to make money with deck staining. I got a lot of these type of videos coming and already on the channel. So if you liked this video, trying to drag myself out of the way. If you like this video, like and sub. Get me out of uni so I can do this full time. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them below.